Hi, it's Grace, and today, apart from sad, I'm freaking exhausted. I got a little bit more sleep than I have been last night, but I've also got my period, which just sucks. But at least it's given me a little bit of an appetite because my body's like, you need fuel. You don't care what it is, just eat. So that's been a little bit helpful, but I still just feel like trash. Coffee is just making me feel sick. So I tried an energy drink, stupidly thinking that wouldn't make me feel sick. Now I just feel sicker. And it was probably too much energy drink. It was like 500 mils. Anyway, that's my bad. And I should probably rectify that. I was going to say, what tabs have we got open today? But instead, we will start off with something that made me cry before. So we'll cry again. I bought these because I love double stuffed Oreos, but they're cinnamon bun. And we called Luna buns. Awesome. Oreos making me cry. They're double stuffed. I love double stuffed Oreos because it's just the right amount of icing, I think. But apart from that, these are cinnamon bun, and we called Luna buns. Sometimes when you touched one of her back feet, she'd like kick really quickly like a bunny, and so she was that tiny buns. So we're gonna start off by crying. I don't know, like a minute in. Cool, that's fine. They smell pretty good. Like mapley and cinnamony, if I can say that. Cool. And they're wonky, that's fine. Pretty good, but it could use a glass of milk. It's a little bit dry. It's probably just me. I'm still dehydrated. Oh, okay, before I forget. Footage from last night of setting up the, oh my god, painting stuff. And painting. Or should I put painting on its own? No, I'll put a quick montage because it really wasn't super exciting, but it was kind of fun. Oops, I'm glad it's dry. I dropped it. Alright, and then I can show you, like, it's not that pretty, but I was testing colours and it's kind of fun, and the silver looks way better like in the daylight. I did a few coats and I was like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't look that different, but it is just the light. So it started off like the strawberry reminded me of like anime cake. Specifically, like, strawberries remind me of K-On, which is a bit weird, but if you've watched K-On, you'll understand. So it kind of reminded me of a Japanese cake, and then I was like, oh, but I kind of want the colours to sort of kind of match. So red strawberries, so like red and white swirls. And then I wanted to test that pink, and it's really nice, so that's cool. And then the colour of the cake is that brown that I got, and that's a pretty good colour too. And the red and the green and the, you saw the footage, different paints. So anyway, I tried to paint that. Oops, I only got like one coat, so I will coat both sides a few times and it'll have a little silver thing to hold it up. And I was going to do this one with some gel over the top, but I kind of like it, it's cute, and I might just go over the lines with like a really fine permanent marker. I know there's one in my drawer of pens and textures and like everything stuff. So I think that will just be cute and painted, and the silver on the cake I will give another go. But that I'll show you finished result another day. And the back is blank, so maybe I should play around with that too. That's probably a good idea. I haven't bought a sealer for my crafts yet. I have to get there. I think I know which one I want, but I will try and find a good matte one, because the main reason I bought these paints is for the box, and that I don't want to be all shiny. I think a matte finish is much nicer. So that's what my work will be covered in, whatever I do, until that runs out, and then I can make another decision. But that was really a good time. I needed that. It gave me something to concentrate on, and it was kind of pretty and happy and sad. And the thing I was reading yesterday about like daydreaming what could have been and stuff is still absolutely the most heartbreaking thing. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I was going to have a crazy lady happy 18th lunar birthday party, and I got us matching dresses. I opened hers and she got to see it. But mine came later and I haven't opened it. The pictures were pretty, but I don't know if I can bring myself to put it on. We'll see come Halloween. I'll still probably be this sad, and maybe it'll make me feel a little, I don't know, happy. Halloween's my favourite time of year, and maybe I'll be a little bit more ready to celebrate her life. I've still got all the stuff for the party I was going to have, so I don't know if I put that footage in. Like, I haven't started editing this yet. I've got like 20 videos to edit, because all I wanted to do in my spare time for the last 6 months, like the getting ready part and the filming was fun, but I couldn't bring myself to sit around for hours and edit. My time was much better spent doing other more wonderful, beautiful kitty related things, and I don't regret that at all. And actually it has been helping. I've got like just so many videos sitting there waiting to be edited, and I don't really want to do much else, but the editing in itself is problematic. But I guess this is part of the grieving thing too, that it is full of Luna and her cries and her helping me and me going, oh, I have to be right back. Like, I just posted a thing that was like, oh, my kitty's crying, oh my goodness, okay, I'll be right back. And there's a lot of footage that like I don't say that, and I'll just stop recording and go do stuff with her and come back when she's settled and like looks like she's gonna fall asleep and she's happy and we've done whatever she wanted to do. And that was such a big part of my life. And again, yesterday we talked about there's just a loss and a complete disruption of your day-to-day life. And with the disruption reminds you of the loss every single freaking time. Like, I'm so used to going into one bathroom. I couldn't go in there for like a whole week because I would change her water every time I went in there because she liked fresh water, and I still have the instinct to do it. Or check her kitty litter. We didn't use that shower. We had the door open and her kitty litter in that bathroom. And I'm so used to looking and checking and seeing if it needs changing or like it needs a poop scooper, or, you know, there's so many things in my day that I'm used to doing. I'm used to listening out for her, trying to jump off or on things just because she was older, and she still didn't give a crap about it up until more recently. She would just be like, no, I'm doing the thing, and just go, and you'd be like, hang on, we need to do this together, my friend. Like, she really liked up the top of the cupboards, and there's no way she's doing that on her own. She would, like, you could see her going, no, and she could like jump on a bottom shelf or a table even, but like the other shelves you could see her eyeball, and you're like, that is too far, you are not going to make that. So I pick her up and pop her in wherever she's looking, and she'd be like, yeah, that's great time. And that's how my day was spent, doing kitty things. Like, it was so much fun. People say like you should be out doing stuff, but if you're doing what you enjoy, of course it's not hurting anyone else. Like, it's awesome. I couldn't think of anywhere that I would rather be, and now I don't have that. I knew that our lives were perfect, and of course we all know we have limited time, so I'm glad that we got that time. It still doesn't seem like enough. I just heard a noise, and I'm sorry, like, my instinct, ooh, kitty, but it's not the baby. It's not our tiny buns. She is back at home though, and that's kind of bringing me a little bit of peace, because I can go somewhere and know that she's there. It's in the top of our wardrobe because she loves sitting up there. Like, part of her nightly routine most of the time would be like my partner would be in the shower, and that would be her, like she'd probably be in bed before that, or curled up on the couch where her and my partner were just having like lap cuddles, and she'd choose that time in particular when he's in the shower to start like crying. It was like, I'm gonna save you from the shower. But then she'd get distracted and like we'd go on a walk around the house. You have to have a look out the front door to make sure it's safe and to have a sniff for stuff. And then you had to go look in the garage door because you had to make sure that was pretty safe. Oh, so much not. And then you had to get up to cat mischief, and that usually involved wanting to sit somewhere in the wardrobe. And I am, oh, look, I think I'm short, and if you ask my partner, I'm short. But I'm not that short, but up there's just way too high. And making sure she's going to be okay, more importantly than my safety, I could put her up there, but getting her down, she would just be eyeball on the floor going, I can make that. I'm like, no, can't, like, just, like, come sit on my shoulder. Like, I got you. But she was just like, no, I got this. Like, no. So when she decided to do that, it was usually, like, in, like, two parts of where my partner keeps his, like, clothes folded. And then I'd pop her up the top and I'd have to stand up there and making sure she's alright because it's kind of a U shape. And like she'd sniff around up there, and then my partner would get out of the shower and she could see him like in the mirror. It's like the right angle, which is also why she liked up there. Like if she didn't want to jump down, she'd like make herself comfy, like she could see him like from up there in the mirror, making sure that he was safe. And then she knew once he got dry that he'd come in to get clothes, so like he'd help her down. And then we'd like all sit and sort of talk and get ready for bed. And then we'd all get into bed. There's my partner's pillow, and then Luna had like a grey fluffy round bed with a heated mat in it in the middle, and then there was my pillow. And she has slept in between us for such a long time. The bed's really empty. It's so hard. We had our routine. Well, actually she had her routine and we just followed it. If you did not do most of that routine every night, you were in trouble. And if she thought it got too late and you should be in bed, you got yelled at. And then, like, I would say a good 60-70% of the time, we'd get in bed and she'd go, right, time to do cat shit. And she'd go in, like, drink, pee, whatever, and then she would start rowing because she wanted you to go and get her and bring her back to bed to show her that you loved her and wanted her to come back and come to bed. I don't know what it was. That's what we always said it was. Because you'd pop her back in bed and she'd get all comfy and look like she was smiling and be so happy. Be like, yeah, you came to get me. You love me. I'm happy. Alright, now you better go to sleep because it's that time of day. And I'm so not used to not waking up all night just to make sure she's okay. Like, I just did whatever because during everything that's happened over the last couple of years, I ended up only working a couple of days a week, and it was on the weekend, so someone was always home with her, and I was usually home with her like Monday to Friday, like 24 hours a day. And I would easily just wake up when I heard her, whereas my partner was much harder for him to wake up. And I can nap during the day. I usually like have a little bit of a lie down in the afternoon, especially with Luna. It was like time of day, just before my partner got home. Battery's running out. Man, does that mean I have to stop and charge it? Okay, I'm so not going to remember what I was saying, but lack of routine sucks. She knew when things were going to happen, what times things should happen, and now I have no routine and no friend. And I might do this painting while I'm waiting for this to charge. And then I don't know what I've got next. I'll think about that too. I did some more painting and I had a snack and I've got a drink. So I feel like my body sort of feels a little bit better. But my brain is still in a haze. There's an alarm that I have set to go off to remember to do something, but I didn't label that one. So I've got no idea. Anyway, painting, fun. And in the process of putting another layer of silver on, I decided everything needs another coat. So I'm going to have to put the gel project on hold for another day while I stuff around with this, because it seems like fun. Why not? And then I think, actually, while waiting for that to dry, I should go find a bigger paintbrush. I decided that this little shelf, like, I had a bit more of a think about it. These bits are going to need a coat of the white, and the other ones should just be fine in black, I'm hoping. I didn't know how exactly I wanted to do the colours to match the bookshelf, but I decided, because I can't make a decision to save my life, I would just do it like the way it sort of is. So like the outside bits that hold it up will be black, like the outside of that's black. And then like the these bits of the shelves will be silver. Like I know those ones are purple, but like that's got silver on it. So I thought that, and maybe the edges are black. Is that going to be too much silver? Actually, probably, yeah. So end bits just black, the edges of these silver, and the rest purple. So these bits will need a coat. So I'll get a big brush. I'm pretty sure there's one in the shed. I have the most amazing toolbox that my stepmom and my dad gave me a million years ago, and it never fails to have like the stuff I'm looking for. Like I'm like, I don't know what I need. I'm just gonna go have a look, and it's usually got something like to help me out, whatever I'm doing. So I'm pretty sure there's paintbrushes in there. We'll find out later. And what else am I gonna do tonight? I have no idea. I've done a couple of test patches of glitter glue to see how it dries and what I'm going to use it for, and then probably think about what gel colors I want to use on this cupcake. I decided that one came out really pretty. Oh, I'm going to have to totally, like, while I'm editing these, because my brain is so fuzzy, I don't think I have finished a complete thought. Like, I was thinking about this before, going, I swear I started to talk about it a lot, but did I end up finishing anything? Did I finish a thought? So somewhere, hopefully when you're watching the previous ones, I have put somewhere like thoughts I forgot to finish while I was editing. And I don't know how I'm going to figure that out, but I'm sure in there I started talking about this cake and I was crying, and how that thing I was reading on grieving is like memories are precious and you daydream about the future, and I can probably get through this without crying. I take pain medication and I've had to take some for severe period cramps. They are ruining my life right now, but I think it has just made me stop crying for a minute, so that's kind of nice. I don't think that happened last night. No, I fell asleep, so like technically it did. I only have to take them for a few days, or those ones a few days a month, just to get through the worst of it. So I have stopped crying for a minute. That's lovely. I put some eye drops in. So hopefully I can get some moisturiser on soon, and that can have a chance to actually do its job while I stop crying. Anyway, the point of that was this cake. So when I started it, I thought about Japanese cupcakes. I think I remember this, and then I was like, oh, it's really cute, I'll keep it all pretty and the same colors. And then it just got me like daydreaming about that party. Actually, I know I did finish this thought. I was talking about having a party at Halloween for her. Did I get to the part about I was gonna make cake, and so I was like, oh, that would be like a pretty cake for Luna because she's all pretty. On a slightly different tangent, I may have started looking into spirit houses. That's another story for another time, but it's a really cool concept, and I kind of always wanted like a big altar. And then after I went to Japan, they've got like family shrines, and they are beautiful and freaking expensive, but where we were staying had like a big cemetery near it, and there was a lot of like places that made stuff for all kinds of things. Like there was like big marble blocks places, like, and statues, and where we'd walk every day there was like a few big shrine places, and oh my god, they made some amazing and beautiful stuff. And it was expensive, and I wouldn't want to imagine how much it would cost to get over here, and like it's probably a bit much, but maybe I could find a cheaper one or get some inspiration to make one for her, because I think that would be really beautiful. Not that I don't want to see this beautiful box all the time, and it might be lovely to have left out as well, but a house to keep this beautiful precious treasure seems awesome. And reading into a few different cultures and just like lightly on their views on these things, it all seems really beautiful, and I think I would like it. I'm not sure if she would like a tiny house. I'm pretty sure she would, as long as it was warm. But I kind of like the idea to put it up. She's currently up in the closet. I think I said that. Like up there. She liked it up there. And it kind of is like safe. I don't know. Weird to explain, but I think it's a good place for her. And we'll see what inspiration I can find. At the moment, I just feel a bit numb. And it kind of feels good. I'm just going to enjoy this moment of calm and just do some mindless painting. And I don't know, music's still a bit emotional for me, so I don't know whether to put music on or like an audiobook or listen to some Reddit stories. I'll figure it out, something chill in the background, and I will just paint probably until I fall asleep, but that might be nice too. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow probably. Bye.